Well, I am on my way home, and I'm looking forward to it. You say you should always look forward to going home, but if I'm honest, that was not always the case. When my kids were younger, my wife stayed home with our 3 kids, 2 for the longest time, and then when the 3rd came along, kind of reset that schedule once again. That's the commitment we made, that she would stay with them, raise them. I worked, come home, and here she's the homemaker, and I could never do it. I could never ever do that job, and she did it very well. But for me, I got every bit of identity, or too much of my identity, from what I did at the church. The ministries I was a part of, the programming we built, teams we built, set designs, logo designs, theme designs, vacation Bible schools, whatever. I mean, I got all my endorphins, if you will, from that. That's where you get the attaboys. That's where you get the approval. Now, there weren't a lot of them, but certainly there's a lot more attaboys and approval than when you walk back home and the kids have had a day, house is a mess, your wife just wants some adult conversation, and you're on. And I remember thinking, this isn't fun. This is hard. This is really hard. And I look back on those times and realize, one, I was very selfish. Very selfish. Here I am in ministry telling men we got to be better husbands and fathers, and I wasn't. I was very selfish and very immature. And thankfully, the good Lord has woke me up before it's too late. But as I head home now, there's still days that I think, boy, I could have got a few more things done. There's several things I need to get done when I get home. I serve at a church, and I do the Pursuit of Manliness full-time. I do them both full-time. They run parallel together. The way that happens is because the Pursuit of Manliness is my pursuit of manliness, biblical manliness. So I've said this before, every piece of content, every conversation, I'm living it. I'm attempting to figure it out. I'm going after it. So everything I put out, it's stuff that I'm working through, whether I'm at the church, home, or anywhere in between. But there was a maturing that had to take place in me. And if you have kids that are younger, and I know you've already heard it numerous times, but enjoy it, because it does go very quick. And as you enter into different seasons, different things will be required of you. So if you think, shoo, skated through that season, now we're on it. No, there'll be something different. And in the season I'm in now with my daughters in particular is quite a bit different than any season I've been in. And the season I'm in with my son is different because he's the only boy I've had, and shocker, boys and girls are different. But what I want to say on this is, where I go home to is the most important place that I go. More than anywhere else, it's the most important place that I'll go. It's one of the things that I desperately love about the idea of Christmas, is it brings you to a place, a home, right? We're all I'll be home for Christmas. All the stuff is about being home, and I love that idea of your home. As a matter of fact, the day I'm recording this is the first day back for my wife and 2 kids from Christmas break. They got a real good break here. First day back. My favorite day of the year is the first day of Christmas break, the Friday or whatever day they get out. One of my least favorite days of the year is the day they have to go back. There's something about having them there, and I think as I get older, I realize how much this time just flies by, and every season's different. I got one that's graduated now, and so she has continually went to school and still doing all of her things, and she's recognizing how life is quite a bit different. But where you go at night, your home, is the most important place that you go. Even if you go there and nobody's there. And I know that can be empty, and I know that can be lonely, and I know some of you are in those places because of divorce or just life circumstances. But make no mistake about it. If you are a Christ follower, God is in that space. And if we will surrender our will to His will, single, married, empty nester, got family living with you, whatever your status is, if we surrender that address to Him, it changes every other address. It changes your work. It changes your church. It changes where you shop. If we will surrender our home address and what takes place within that residence, and we protect our camp, the Spirit of the Lord is there, and health will be evident. Spiritual health, relational health, financial health, emotional health. You say, oh, I hear all that, and listen, I'm saying all that, and you can walk in your house tonight, and I can walk into my house tonight. It could be mass chaos, but listen, the Lord is there. He is our refuge. And if we surrender that address to Him, I just think we sleep a little better at night. I think we understand where our identity comes from. We understand what cultivation is. We understand the value of responsibility. We understand embracing this season and preparing for the next one. And so I hope whenever you're watching this, whatever your itinerary is, that when you head home tonight or tomorrow, whatever your schedule is, that you'll look at that address a little bit different. And perhaps you'll do what I plan on doing tonight. Pray for your address and pray for the people that reside within that address before you ever go indoors. That way, when you go in, when you clock in to the most important job you're going to have that day, you'll be at your best. Amen. Amen. Just a thought. I'll talk to you in a bit.